toads know it's spring. You hear them? Can you guys see them? Look at the camouflage. Chirp, chirp. Well, there's the scarlet elf cups. Like I said, I associate them with the first mushrooms of spring. Soon I'll see ink caps and standard bonnets. And then the good stuff. The dryad's back, or pheasant's tail, and then morels. No chores today, boys. Maybe a little paperwork later, but probably put that off until tomorrow morning too. You just need a day outside. Sabbath Saturday, the Lord's Day, whatever you want to call it. For me, the woods are my church. The first temples, as Emerson once said. Let's go explore. I hope you guys are all well, and I just wanted to say welcome to the new subscribers. I see a lot of you guys coming in, and I appreciate that. And that's why I just wanted to say a few words about the channel, because some of you guys come in from various angles. Some of you guys come in from my Sabbath Saturday walks or my nature videos. Some of you for the axe stuff, some of you for the knife sharpening stuff. And I just wanted to say I'm interested in a lot of things, but I'm going to keep this channel isolated or insulated to outdoor activities. But all my other activities come to bear on those in some way. All the creative stuff, the reading and the writing. And I also just wanted to say that literacy gives you power. So if no English teacher ever told you that learning how to think well and write well and speak well is a true power, and that is as manly a skill as being able to lift something heavy. But what I mean to say is that this channel is isolated around all things nature and a lot of sharp tools like axes and knives and the bushcraft camping gear reviews as well. So we'll still be doing all that. Plenty of axe stuff to come. I got some projects in the work at the moment, and I also got some reviews I want to do on some equipment. Just set up a little YouTube studio, shitty studio in our basement this morning, so that I can talk to you guys and talk nonsense, and we can all exchange ideas, because that's what it's about, ain't it? Ain't it? All right, let's go. So I also forgot to say that I noticed in the YouTube analytics, which I barely understand, 70% of you who watch my vids are not subscribed. I don't get that. I don't get that for anybody's channel. So please, if you watch my vids on the reg, just hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. I also got a couple of camping trips coming up. Cabin and tent camping. Maybe some more hammock camping as well in the summer. So I'll bring you guys along for that. I also want to do a survival video, more in the lines of like which tool or tools would I want if I was stuck in a survival situation, which I think it's very unlikely, in fact is statistically unlikely that you will ever find yourself in that situation. But if you did, which tool would I take? And I bet you think it's the axe. I can tell you right now, it's not the axe. So check it out. I'm down here at what used to be our old shooting range. This little chicken here, if that's what it's supposed to be, some kind of pheasant, I suppose, used to move back and forth. It's seized up now, but you could roll it over, and then it would flop up and you'd have to hit it. As you can see, there's some heavy caliber rounds in there, but we used to just ping it with 22s. I love walking the pipelines on these sunny days. to see nature and our influence, which is to say the Anthropocene. Check out this grapevine. I know the camera won't do it justice, but this guy is thick. So while I sit here and take a break, smoke a cig, I just want to point out that I am not what I would consider a problem smoker, which is to say I only smoke 3 cigarettes a day. I don't smoke when I'm home from work, and I don't always smoke on the weekends. I enjoy nicotine the same way I enjoy alcohol, and I admire people who go through life as teetotalers, but that's not for me, and I don't think it's for everybody. But if it's a problem, it's a problem, and if you can, you should do something about it. I have experimented with many drugs in my lifetime, I'll admit, and some of them do not suit me well, and I have to stay away from them. And I would recommend that to you guys as well, whether it be coffee, nicotine, alcohol, but don't shame those of us who like to partake every once in a while, please. Also, I do want to know what you guys think about this in the doobly-doo below. Feel free to disobey. Scared a couple of ducks out of there. I didn't even see them. Mallards. Scared the shit out of me. I'd have missed. I'm a terrible shot when I have to lead. All right, here comes the quick little yoga session here. Just a few minutes of this will really loosen you up. I promise, I promise, I promise. But the 5 of you who are interested in meditation, here's something for you. And I know at least Seth is, because he turned me on to the Waking Up app, which I do use sometimes and should use more. But once you have the concepts, you really don't need it. You can meditate anywhere. And the first step really is to drop back and watch your thoughts and feelings arise and fall away. If you don't know what I mean by that, you probably haven't accomplished that yet. You really don't want to aim consciousness. You just want to sit back and watch. Easier said than done, but once you do it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then the spooky stuff starts to happen, and you can start to ask questions about consciousness and identity. That was a trippy one. Check that out. Maple tree is trying to grow right here in this moss. I've seen them do it. I'm gonna bury it in there. We'll give them some chances. Nature uses over-reproductivity or fecundity, 2 technical terms, to reproduce, right? As do we. More sperm than is needed. But some of them will take. That's the hope. So the other thing I want to talk about this year, I want to do a series on self-reliance. And it's mostly going to be me talking and showing things, talking about the way I think about self-reliance and the various ways you can break that down in terms of gear and your vehicle and your body and mindset and just acquiring a skill set that allows you to approach the world that way. But I also want to do a video reviewing Dudley Cook's Axe book, which I've been working on. And those of you who've read the book know that the guy's a bit of a mystery, but I, with the help of some friends, dug up some information and even a picture. Lo and behold, a picture of the one and only Dudley Cook. Many of you have no clue what I'm talking about, but if you're geeking out on axes, look forward to that. I also have a video planned of, am I a prepper? And the answer is yes, yes, and I'll explain that as well. What do we got here? We got the green-eyed, white-hooded winder cat. Don't scream at me.